There are so many brand new Funko Pops on the way out, so let's talk about a few of my favorite. Hey everyone, welcome into Jar's Toy Emporium, and today I thought it'd be a great time to take the opportunity to break down a few of my favorite upcoming Funko Pops. With as many that are getting announced lately, there's a whole lot to talk about, so let's get right into it. Starting off in the world of Star Wars, obviously you guys know Star Wars is a big part of my collection, and I think the one that has really set the Funko world on fire recently is the brand new Captain Rex and Pong Krell. Now this pop is actually really great. I think there's a lot of cool things about it. I love that we're getting some more Clone Wars characters. It seems like Funko is really going deep into this two-pack thing that they've been doing. We've been getting a lot of brand new characters, and another one we're going to be talking about here in just a second, but actually this one has Pong Krell, which is a character we've never gotten, and I think the really special thing about this pack is people are finally going to be able to buy a Captain Rex at retail. Now if you guys know anything about Captain Rex, you know he is a very expensive Funko Pop that came out all the way back in 2018 at New York Comic Con. I think it is time for Funko to finally allow some new collectors that are huge Star Wars fans to finally be able to add one of the most iconic clone troopers to their collection, and I really got to say, I think this two-pack is great. Usually two-packs can sometimes not be the best, however, if you guys are fans of the Clone Wars show, you know the arc that this pop is referring to, the Darkness on Umbara. It is a great arc. It really showcases Rex and who he is as a clone, really develops a lot of the story, and Pong Krell is one of those guys that you absolutely hate. So I think this is a great two-pack, and it's one I'm very excited to add to my collection. Now continuing with the two-packs, another one that I'm very excited to add to my collection actually has another Clone Wars character that this will be the first time we are getting a Funko Pop version of him, and that is actually this Darth Maul versus Pre Vizsla. Now Pre Vizsla is a really cool character. He was one of the rulers of Mandalore, and actually is one of the first times we ever got to see the Darksaber in action. He was actually the one wielding it, and he actually had a pretty epic fight with Darth Maul. I think this is a really another great two-pack. I hope that Funko does continue these two-packs. I know a lot of people are complaining about not being able to get Captain Rex in a standard single pop format, or maybe even Pre Vizsla for that matter. However, I do like the two-packs. I think they're really cool, especially with the little stories that they can tell, and I think this one is really great. Now, however, I do hope there is one pop on the horizon that I know if you guys are watching this, you guys are Star Wars fans and you are Funko fans as well. We have been asking for an Asajj Ventress pop for a long time. Getting some of these two packs, I really do think it is definitely a possibility. I also hope that we see some more clones such as ARC Trooper 5s, Heavy, and just another really great group of clones out there that I would love to see in Funko Pop form. However, I think this is a great start. Now continuing with Star Wars, we actually are getting a brand new wave of Mandalorian pops, and a lot of these are very similar to pops that we have gotten in the past. However, there is one that I am very excited for, and that is actually the Mandalorian Judge. Like I said, a lot of these pops are ones that we have gotten. However, this Mandalorian Judge is a bit different. I really like his orange color. I think he will look great in my Mandalorian collection, and I just really like when we get different versions of Mandalorians. They're so unique. They all have different styles that they like to show off on their armor, so this one is no different. I am very excited to add another Mandalorian to the collection. Moving on to Ahsoka, and I gotta say guys, this is a line that has absolutely been blowing the doors off for me lately. I think there's a lot of great pops coming out in this Ahsoka line. As you guys are seeing here on the screen, we are finally getting a Baylan Skull, we're getting a Shin, we're getting the Grand Admiral Thrawn, we're getting some Night Troopers. Guys, there are some really, really great Ahsoka Funko Pops, and there's some more that we get to talk about here in just a second. However, this common line of Funko Pops with a brand new Thrawn, I think is really, really awesome. So these are definitely some ones I am super excited to add to my collection, especially that Baylan Skull and Shin Hati. Like I said, there's a lot of other great Ahsoka Funko Pops coming out, and the one that I really want to highlight is actually this Phase 1 Clone Trooper. The Phase 1 Clone Trooper is absolutely iconic, and this will be finally the first time we are getting a Phase 1 Clone Trooper in Funko form. Again, this is something I hope Funko continues to do. I don't think we can ever get enough clones. There's so many different legions and groups. I think this one is absolutely awesome, and it is one I am super excited to add to my collection. Another great Ahsoka Funko Pop coming out is actually Captain Enoch. I think this pop is awesome. I remember when he was first introduced into the show, he looked super cool. Definitely a different take on a clone or a stormtrooper. Again, very, very excited to add this one to my collection. I think this one's going to look really cool on a shelf with that brand new Thrawn and some of those Night Troopers. Now, the last Star Wars pop we're actually going to be talking about is one that was actually announced quite a while ago, but we've been wondering where it is, and that is actually this Damaged Vader from Walmart. There's been a lot of back and forth on if this pop is even going to be exclusive to Walmart, if we're ever actually going to get it, and lo and behold, people are finally starting to see it show up at their Walmart stores. So if it's one you've been looking for, definitely go check out your Walmart. You might get lucky. However, if you're anything like me, my Walmart is very, very scarcely updating their Funko selection. So like I said, maybe you guys are a little bit better off than I am. However, I think this is a really great pop, and I think it'll look fantastic in my Obi-Wan Kenobi collection. Switching gears to one of my other favorite parts of my collection, we're going to be talking about Marvel. Now, Marvel's had actually a couple of really great reveals lately that I'm super excited to add to my collection, and we're going to be starting off with Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. This one was definitely a shock to me. I kind of thought the Across the Spider-Verse pops were going to be done, and I didn't think we were going to be getting any more until the next movie comes out. However, this is one that I'm very excited to have because we are getting Peter B. Parker and Mayday. I think this pop is awesome. I love the Across the Spider-Verse line. So many of those pops were really great. You guys have heard me talk about the spot on the channel. That was a very unique pop, kind of showing him come through his little spot that he can throw out and walk through dimensions. This one's really cool because it's Peter B. Parker. Everyone loves Peter B. Parker, and obviously Mayday is a very iconic character in the Spider-Man world, so this is a very cool one, and I'm super excited to add this one to my collection. If you guys couldn't tell, a lot of these I've been saying I'm excited to add to my collection. I just think they're really great pops, and that is no different from the next ones we are going to be talking about, and that is actually from the series Loki. Now, Loki is finally over. We have finally had a conclusion to the fantastic season 2. The finale was phenomenal, and I gotta say, the pops that are coming out are also phenomenal. The great thing about these pops is they're either pops we haven't gotten or they are completely different molds. Besides the Loki that you guys are seeing on screen, he is very similar to the season 1 Loki that we've already gotten in Funko Pop form. However, the Mobius in the space suit with the temporal loom, I think that one is super, super cool. Very excited to add that one to my collection. We have a brand new Sylvie kind of showing off her new hairstyle. She's got her cool sword, which is a really great one, which her first season one actually had the sword as well, but I think this one looks really cool, and it is a different enough mold that I will be adding it to my collection. I love the Renslayer with Miss Minutes. I think that one is really cool, and the thing I love about that one, it is kind of showing them back in their old-fashioned clothes, similar to the Victor Timely you guys are seeing on screen, and obviously OB, one of the best parts of the entire show. I think everyone fell in love with that character. These are some really, really great Funko Pops. Speaking of them in their old-fashioned form, we're actually getting another 2-pack, but this time with Loki, and this one's really cool because it actually shows Loki and Mobius in their old-fashioned clothes. I thought that scene was really, really great, showing them go back in time and meet Victor Timely for the first time. Victor Timely was one of my favorite characters of the entire show. I thought Jonathan Majors did a really great job acting in that entire series, so this one's going to be really cool. I think you could almost throw together an old-fashioned shelf, which is kind of something I'm planning to do, kind of have all the old-fashioned pops facing, because I think they look really, really great. Now, the next two pops we're going to be talking about from the Loki line are actually deluxe pops, and I think they are absolutely fantastic. I think these ones are really, really cool, and the first one we're going to be talking about is Mobius on his jet ski. This has been a running joke throughout the entire show, even from season 1. Mobius always talking about how much he thought jet skis were cool. We finally got to see a little bit of that in season 2, and this one is a really great showing of how happy jet skis actually make them. And then moving on from that one, we're going to be talking about the God Loki pop, which I won't say much about this one because it is a very spoiler-heavy part of the show. However, showing the picture I don't think really spoils anything because you don't know the context of it, but it is a really, really great Funko Pop. And if you did watch the show, you know how awesome of a scene it was, so this one is another great pop as well. And then the last two pops I want to talk about, we're actually going to be switching to Stranger Things, and they're actually both Eddie Munson Funko Pops. The first one I think is really cool because it's the first time we've gotten a comic cover version of a Stranger Things Funko Pop, and that is actually this Eddie Munson right here, ripping and shredding on his guitar. It is a Netflix shop exclusive, which is really, really cool. We're finally getting a brand new sticker. We've never had a Netflix shop sticker exclusive before. I think it looked really cool. It's got like that chrome shininess to it. I am a big fan of this. I love the comic covers. They are some of my favorite. I wish I had more room to display more of them or even get more of them because they do take up a lot of space. However, this is definitely one I will be hoping to add to my collection. I think I'm going to wait till it hopefully makes its way over to the Funko shop. I'm not sure how Netflix ships things, but I know Funko does usually a pretty good job. So I'd rather hope and wait and see if this one goes over to there. If it doesn't, I guess I'll have to bite the bullet and hopefully pick one up from the Funko shop or from the Netflix shop. However, I think it's a really great one. And then the last Eddie Munson Funko Pop we'll be talking about is this Campaign Eddie, kind of paying a little bit of a rendition to that episode in the season 4 showing Eddie playing Dungeons & Dragons with all of his friends. I think it's a really great pop. Very, very good detail on this pop. You can kind of see a lot of things as him being the dungeon master and having all his books and stuff hidden behind there. Really, really cool pop, and is definitely a great one if you are a Stranger Things fan. Now, those were just some of my favorites. I know there's a lot of Funko Pops that get announced almost every single day that I might not have mentioned if you are a fan of them, so I'd love for you to go down in the comment section below and let me know a new pop that you are very excited for. Again, there are so many Funko Pops coming out. It's hard to keep up with it sometimes. However, I thought today would be a fun time to take the opportunity to show you guys the ones I am most excited about. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It does greatly help out the channel. Again, go down in that comment section below. Let me know which pops you are looking forward to. There's a lot of great ones, and I'm actually planning on doing a video here in the future talking about some Funko Pops that I hope get made. I talked a little bit about Asajj Ventress, but there's a whole bunch of other licenses I really hope Funko gets to do soon. There's some leaks and rumors coming out about a few of them that I'm very excited for, so we'll hold off on a little bit on that video to see if some of those come true. However, if you guys did enjoy the video, like I said, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to go down in that comment section below and let me know some of the pops that you are most looking forward to. If I didn't mention it today, let me know down in that comment section below. Again, thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you for stopping by Jar's Toy Emporium. Bye.